So here we are, we're back on this again. It's bound to be uncomfortable now.
Sony Xperia Z2 is an almost exact copy of last year's Xperia Z1. Almost identical dimensions and weight, color, layout. Thickness trends decreased from 8.5 to 8.2 mm, weight from 170 to 163 grams. In real life, the difference can't be noticed. Smartphone's hardware got improved. In the same size and weight, fits high-capacity battery and larger screen, which is now 5.2 inches. This means that the frames, which were in Xperia Z1, decreased. The unit has become comparable in size to other two flagships this year, Samsung Galaxy S5 and HTC One M8. Beautiful design of Xperia Z and Z1 for many people will be a plus. The unit's still made of glass and metal. There's no plastic in Xperia Z2. For some reason, many people didn't like the factory films pasted on the front and back surface of the glass in Z1. But there are no more films in Z2. I think this is a plus. The film could scratch easily, unlike tape-on glass underneath it. On the other hand, it was easy to update the look of a smartphone by removing the film, but it does not work anymore. Camera hardware in Sony Xperia Z2 is the same, 20.7 megapixels with large matrix, high aperture and high photo rate. Compared with Z1, changed technology of processing images, low rate of compression and therefore less noise, also high ISO supported and so on. There are no color changes, there is a choice of white, black and purple. Technology of anodizing metal side faces has changed. Got rid of the plastic spaces between glass and metal, so Z2 feels more premium and comfortable in the hand. Advantages of Z2 achieved through physically larger sensor, it can easily blur the background in the photo. Sony Xperia Z2 has a special automatic mode in which you get an 8 megapixel picture which is used in the formation of information of all pixels. This mode is somewhat similar to Pure View in Nokia smartphones. When forming an 8 or 5 megapixel images, it collects information of 41 megapixel matrix. What it gives? Minimize noise, pictures and more smooth and bright. You can switch the device in manual mode where you can select the maximum resolution of 20 megapixels. Right now on the screen you can see an example of a 4K video shot on the Xperia Z2. On Xperia Z2 there are many different interesting functions, such as time shift video. It allows you to film in 120 FPS and then you choose this area where you want to slow motion the video. You can choose more than 2 or 3 areas where you want to slow-mo it, and then you save it. And also the good point that it saves separately one video in 120 FPS and the other video which you edited with slow motion. There is other function called background defocus. This is where you take a photo of the plant or something, it takes 2 shots, it takes a picture of the focused flower and then its background, and then you can manually choose how much you want to defocus the background. You can easily double tap the screen to unblock the device. Xperia Z2 menu hasn't changed a lot from Xperia Z1. You still have a nice quick smooth menu, you have other settings which you can select yourself. You want to rearrange your menu in the order you want. Different settings, so you want to go to quick settings and then you can switch off Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or anything like that, and you can also edit and add on any other settings you want. Then there is a Walkman player, which is giving us also function of for noise cancelling headphones. Smartphone has a built-in jack which is supporting 5-pin devices such as noise cancelling earphones and a microphone. The noise cancelling headphones you get with the phone for free. Separately they will cost about £60 or $80, which is quite a lot. They have built-in microphones which allow them to recognize how loud the sound is around you.
Oh, this wild, wild love of ours, it can't be tamed. No, this wild, wild love of ours, it can't be tamed.
I noticed that the microphone got moved to the bottom of the phone and speakers on the front panel eventually got smart stereo. The volume is only slightly less than the same HTC One and is unequally higher than its predecessor. For the waterproof smartphone, in stereo speakers is a big plus. Ear speaker I personally think got better.
I'm sorry, I won't do that happily.
Also, one of the flaps were redesigned. Now instead of two separate flaps we have single element. It hides a micro USB slot and the SIM card. A slot for micro SD cards on the right side. Before diving into water, check that all the flaps are closed. As I mentioned, dimension of screen changed to 5.2 inch. Frames got reduced and area is used more wisely. The screen itself is made by IPS technology. Sony says all the new devices will be using such matrix. This means that the maximum viewing angles will be seen. There are no problems with contrast. Looking at the screen is enjoyable. The main problem Sony had with Xperia Z and Z1 has gone, and the new screens are quite good. Additionally, Xperia Z2 screen has a new technology which has red and green subpixels, which are formed using phosphorus. Under the marketing name hides a simple principle. Phosphorus changes color reproduction of subpixels and picture eventually becomes very rich. Sony says it goes up to about 130% according to standard RGB. Hardware in Sony Xperia Z2 changed to new processor Qualcomm Snapdragon 801, an enhanced version of Snapdragon 800 with a more powerful graphics chip Adreno 330. Chipset itself has remained the same. Its operating frequency increased up to 2.36 GHz and the frequency of the graphics controller up to 550 MHz. Also, smartphone has 3 GB of RAM. The smartphone has a traditional protection against water and dust. Standards are IP55 and IP58. The second digit, which is 8, means that the device can be over half an hour in the water depth up to 1.5 meters. The main competitor Samsung Galaxy S5 protection from water has previous generation, which is IP67. Besides, Samsung has no camera button. Shooting underwater will not work. Z2 is able to do it with ease. Sony Xperia Z2 can be called improved and supplemented version of Z1, which took into account the wishes of users. Screen and the camera got a lot better, significantly increased battery life. Sound is amazing and I love the noise cancelling technology and stereo speakers. Performance is quick and doesn't lag at all. Smartphone's hardware is better in some aspects than its competitors. For example, RAM is 3 GB comparing to all other competitors which have 2 GB of RAM. I'm very pleased that the radio and memory card slot and other things are kept. So if you want your smartphone to have nice materials, nice sound, be waterproof, and if you like Sony, then you should really look into Z2. I hope this review helped you, so thank you very much guys, subscribe, like my channel, and like my videos, and I will see you soon with some more other interesting reviews. Bye!